Hello class, my name is Matthew Dunn, and the person who I chose to interview for my Socio-Biography project was my grandmother, Bonnie Dunn, who is 82 years of age. Although there are a lot of factors that have influenced the way that we've been socialized throughout our lives, I would say that a strong sense of family and religion have been the biggest two, so that's what I would like to focus on for this project. In family, I think that the most important thing in a strong family is a good network of kinship. The book defines kinship, for those who do not know what it is, as the patterns and relationships that make up one's family. In my family, we've always had a strong sense of kinship, as no couples have ever gotten divorced or no big problems have ever broken out through our family. So in times of need, we can always fall back on them, which is nice, and then we just know that we'll be able to work through things with them and never actually have big problems. So our extended family is composed of a lot of nuclear families, which is a very good structure for a family, as nuclear family is both parents together, and then they just watch over the children below them. The way that my grandmother and I were socialized differently deals with the social norms of gender roles. Back in the day that my grandmother grew up, she grew up in like the Depression era and with World War II and everything. So back in those days, women were mostly stay-at-home mothers. Men would typically go into the army or like work the industry, and then the women would stay at home and just look after the kids, which is the case in the family of my grandmother and grandfather. When they married, my grandfather moved to Germany and she followed with him, but she didn't work. And then even when they moved back, he worked at a mead paper plant and she still didn't work. So back then, I feel like this allowed them to kind of not look down on women, but not see them as important in the job industry as we do today. Because today, men and women are becoming a lot more equal in the labor force. Like, the family wage has decreased, and men and women can typically work the same jobs now, and even more women are in the military. In my family, my mother and father have both worked for my entire life, so I've obviously been socialized differently than she was back in her day. Another key factor that has played a big part in the socialization of myself and my grandmother is the sense of religion. As long as I can remember, my grandmother has always lectured me on the importance of having a good relationship with God. She says that her grandmother always lectured her in the same way, so she wants the same thing to happen to me. We believe that this is most important, and she's even done things such as like reward me, like give me candy or money for reading the Bible or things like that. It's like little things just to encourage me to keep improving my relationship with God. As a result, our thoughts and values are the same in the ways that we look at things. When things go bad, the first thing that we do is look up to God for help. And as a result, we have a strong sense of comfort in our lives in knowing that if anything goes bad, we can still rely on God and He still has a plan for us no matter what we do. I think this is of the utmost importance in any situation in life, as we can always just look up to God. Thank you for the time for listening to my presentation, and I hope that you guys have a good rest of your semester.